What's good, JP Nation? This your boy JP. Today we are reacting to Uncut Hoops. Caitlin Clark has broken the WNBA media. I think she's broken the WNBA media ever since her senior year of college. I'm just saying. But yeah, we're about to go ahead and get into this video. Caitlin Clark has been playing really good basketball this year for the Indiana Fever. Let's go ahead and get into it though. So.
Not saying this because she went to LSU, but I think she's definitely leading in the Rookie of the Year race.
I had to pick a Rookie of the Year this time.
Oh yeah.
Today you had to pick,
Today,
you know?
it's Angel.
My Rookie of the Year is going to go based on the standings. Okay. Because I think that is how you have the opportunity to measure impact.
And the sky's right above them.
And the Sky right now are in the playoffs, so you'd have to give the nod in my mind to Angel Reese.
That's going to be a good one.
The difference in the Rookie of the Year race will be how their teams perform.
When it comes to Caitlin Clark's rookie season, it is an undeniable fact. She's getting better game by game, week by week,
Yep.
and especially month by month.
Yep.
And now we're halfway through the season, Clark, she's breaking records on nearly a daily basis.
Yes.
And all those critics, doubters, naysayers, who were very vocal early on, all of a sudden are kind of quiet, reserved, and not doing much talking.
I take it all back! Everyone!
And of course, Clark's biggest rival is indeed Angel Reese, who in her own right has a massive fan base.
Yes.
But when looking at them player for player, this is not a Magic versus Bird scenario. This rivalry is more Larry Bird versus Charles Oakley. As an individual player, far superior than someone like Angel Reese, who struggles with basic layups every single game.
Yeah, watch out.
And like you guys seen all year long, the debates Clark versus Reese, who's the Rookie of the Year, those debates from the beginning have been idiotic and pointless, as Clark from the jump was a clear-cut frontrunner, the eventual winner, and a much better overall player. But still with that being said, ESPN push their narratives virtually every day.
I have said this all season, DC. My Rookie of the Year is going to go based on the standings.
Okay.
Because I think that is how you have the opportunity to measure impact.
And the sky's right above
And
them.
the Sky right now are in the playoffs, so you'd have to give the nod in my mind to Angel Reese.
So stopping it right there, quite possibly one of the dumbest things I've ever heard, NBA, WNBA, or just sports in general. As when it comes to the Rookie of the Year, the standings, win-loss record, it matters very, very little. As looking for an NBA comparison, someone like Victor Wembanyama,
Yeah, Victor won, and the team wasn't
still won
good.
the award.
Yeah.
But Chet Holmgren finished second, wasn't the best team in the West.
Yes.
If we're basing it off win-loss records,
Chet should have won it, yeah.
should have won the award over Victor, something no one actually believes. But apparently for this lady, win-loss record in the Rookie Year race, it matters oh so much. And ask yourself, why is that? Because win-loss record is the only thing Angel Reese could potentially have on Clark in this race. And if you want to talk
Double-doubles.
overall impact on the win-loss record, Clark's impact much greater than someone like Angel Reese. And the Fever last year, they went 13-27, the worst record in the league.
They got better.
The Fever with Clark this year already have won 13 games.
Yep.
And that's despite starting the season only 1-8, losing their first 5 games. And if you want to compare 28 games in now versus then, Fever now 13-15, compared to then, they were 7-21.
21. Mm-hmm.
That right there is a massive improvement based off really one player.
Yes.
Angel Reese in Chicago was part of a very good team, already ascending and climbing the standings. As last year, they won 18 games, the 5th seed, and made the postseason. And of course, in last year's draft, not only added Reese, but a top 3 pick in Cardozo. My overall point is pretty simple. When debating the Rookie of the Year, win-loss totals really should not matter, factor in to who actually wins the award. At this point, Clark is a clear-cut better player and more deserving player of the Rookie of the Year. As thus far, averaging more points per game, assists, blocks, shooting better from the field, 3, and the free throw line. The only big-time edge Reese has on Clark is offensive rebounds. And a lot of those rebounds off her own misses of wide-open layups, like we've seen numerous times before.
Adrian comes up with the board. Long pass, perfect to Reese. They play some beautiful basketball again. No Brianna Stewart today.
Is that bad? It's not good.
And look, this might sound hard for Angel Reese objectively, one of the worst finishers at the rim in all the history of basketball. NBA, ABA, BAA, even WNBA, one of the worst of all time. And looking at this year for Reese on paint scoring under 5 feet, the top 10 field goal attempts go as follows. First off, Reese at 9.2 per game. Then you have Hamby, Boston, Collier, Jones, Carter, Wilson, so on and so on. Now looking at this list, these players are high volume paint scorers. Now what's the one standout, the one glaring factor about Angel Reese? She ranks first in overall attempts at 9.3 per game. But in shooting percentage, ranks dead last, 10% lower than the 9th place finisher. Now, looking at those stats right there, that's definitely awful, damning, not a good look. But it gets even worse looking at the top 50 in paint shots per game under 5 feet. Now, once again, Reese in attempts per game ranks first at 9.3. But again, in field goal percentage, ranks dead last, 50 out of 50. And the one girl in front of her is a 5'11" forward, who's 2% better than Reese, who is 6'3".
But wait! There's more!
Here's one mind-blowing stat. In WNBA history, 15 times ever as a player, taking at least 8 shots per game in the paint, 5 feet or closer. And out of those 15 players, Reese, guess where she ranks on attempts per game? She ranks 4th among the top. Now, overall percentage, again, 45.2%, that ranks dead last. And looking at that list, the second worst field percentage from Alyssa Thompson 2017 at 58.9%. That compared to Reese looks amazing. And again, the gap from worst to second worst, Reese to Thompson, is nearly 14% in shooting percentage. Angel Reese isn't a bad paint scorer for 2024 standards. She's a bad paint scorer for all of history standards. And what makes it even worse than Reese, outside of 5 feet, has no offensive game whatsoever. As so far this year, is 18-78 on shots outside of 5 feet at 23% exactly.
I can't take much more of this.
What you have in Angel Reese is a person who plays like Charles Oakley with the green light of Shaquille O'Neal. And if you give Oakley that green light, yes, he'll score some points, will get some numbers, might even be an all-star. But getting those numbers, it's not going to be pretty and conducive to actually winning games for the team. And these so-called double-doubles, again, they're fine, they're nice, they make a good headline. When you're missing so many layups so constantly, those double-doubles value really hold no weight. And now looking at Caitlin Clark, what's her one big-time critique? Well, you know, turns the ball over at a high rate, is very, very turnover-prone, makes bad passes, ill-advised passes, takes bad shots. And those critiques, they can be valid, they can be fine, they can be accurate. But Caitlin Clark having those flaws in her game are nearly as big flaws as Angel Reese, missing layups. And a lot of Clark's turnovers, what are they a product of? One, teammates not handling her passes, and two, Clark carrying the entire offense, being a primary scorer, ball handler, passer, as well as facilitator. And looking at her ranks on the year, ranks 12th in scoring, 1st in assists, 8th in usage
That's
rate,
good for a first-year player.
and 2nd in assist percentage, the same assist turnover ratio as Asia Wilson. Caitlin Clark's flaws as a player, being turnover prone, more a product of her environment and not her overall play. For an NBA comparison, look at someone like James Harden or Luka. They have the ball 24/7. The offense runs through them, and they put up gaudy numbers, points, assists. They're great players offensively. Clark, very similar, one of the best scorers and passers in the league, but at the same time, tons of turnovers. If Clark wasn't one of the best passer scorers in the league, those turnovers would be a big-time problem. Because then you have a player with a green light who really shouldn't have one. For example, look at Kobe in 06. That year in the NBA, missed over 1,000 shots. Now at the same time, also ranked first in made field goals and total points. My overall point being a player like Clark, Kobe, and Luka, Harden, a high-usage player. They're going to get bad stats as well as good stats. Those good stats having away the bad stats like turnovers as well as missed shots. And to go full circle for this video, looking back at Reese versus Clark, again, Angel Reese is a very good player, potentially could be a great player. Clark is a great player already, potential to be an all-timer. That's the difference. Comparing Reese versus Clark, it's a losing battle. And using pure common sense, someone like Clark, her ceiling potential much higher than Reese, is a rebounder, a paint scorer, and really just kind of a paint thread and something more. Clark's ceiling infinitely higher than someone like Reese. As off her passing alone already, one of the best passers in the league, if not the best. As so far this year, had 19 assists, 13, 10 once, and 9 twice. Out of the top 10 highest assist games this year, Clark has 5 of the 10. Again, the Reese versus Clark debates, they're fun to a certain extent, but beyond being fun, I mean, it's not that competitive, that close, of who's better, who's more deserving of winning the Rookie of the Year. As always, thank you guys for watching, hope you enjoyed it. Out next time.
Great video by Uncut Hoops, is just breaking down Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese in terms of the Rookie of the Year. You know, a lot of people say Angel Reese probably going to end up winning it. I say Caitlin Clark just because of what he said in terms of she averaged more points a game, she does more assists, percentages in terms of field goal, blocks, steals. She has every category but rebounds, and I forgot the other category. To Angel Reese, you know, the double doubles is something great right there in terms of having consecutive double doubles, and also being able to have those headlines too. You know, especially like when someone has consecutive double doubles, like that one point when Sabonis was going crazy on them double doubles too as well. Like, it was just a great like stat to just like see. You know, I'd be like, oh yeah, let's go look at Angel Reese double doubles and stuff. But like I said, you know, it's the WNBA. Who knows who they're gonna give the Rookie of the Year to? That's gonna be that's gonna be worth a debate over than like the MVP of the league. So that right there is going to go crazy right there. So I'm intrigued to see what the WNBA would do in terms of picking who's going to be Rookie of the Year between Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. But but definitely shout out to Uncle Hoops. He definitely made some really valid points though. And yeah, if Angel Reese just gets better in the paint, that's all I'm hoping for. If Angel Reese gets better in terms of the paint scoring and the percentage, then it would be like a really good argument right there. But fortunately, that's not really the case right there. But definitely comment down below and let me know your thoughts and who you think is going to win Rookie of the Year. Like this video too as well. Make sure you subscribe to It's Your JP for more content. I'm JP. We'll see y'all later.